it's Rick and Patty from the KORD Morning Show. Thanks for listening. We really appreciate it.
And, of course, you can always catch us anywhere and everywhere with our KORD mobile app. It's free for you in the App Store as well in Google Play.
Boozy, there you go. A bar song. Tipsy, you got Rick, you got Patty. 611, great to be with you. Right now, about 68 degrees and sunshine. I was thinking about the Pendleton Whiskey Music Fest that we just had over the weekend.
Yeah.
And as they plan out and plot out next year, I'm just going to throw the name Shaboozey out there for you. You don't have to do it. I'm just saying Shaboozey.
Well, he's got to have more than one song.
I know. Well, he can open. He can open, I guess, you know.
But I'm with you. I hear you.
Or,
Yeah.
I already know they're already planning, what about next year's Watershed? So the nice thing about Watershed is you don't, because they have it's an all-day thing.
Yeah.
Where they have like 5 or 6 acts in a day. Maybe Shaboozey opens up one of those, whoever it's going to be. Tim McGraw, whoever, you name it. You don't know. You don't know who it is right now. I'm just saying. I'm speculating. But for me, Shaboozey's got to come. We just got to get Shaboozey over here because we don't have. I haven't seen Shaboozey out on the road yet. So,
no.
So we got to wait and see. All right, we're going to get your day started. Welcome to It's going to be a gorgeous day. Triple digits again. Heat advisory in effect. Be aware of that. We're going to work on some Facebook fun. It's already posted for you.
I see it.
Talk about it. It came to me late last night. I was like, I'm going to throw this up here on Facebook so we can already talk about it this morning. So we'll do that coming up at 6:20. Also, Nashville news, other people's problems. Let's get your day started. Grab a cup of coffee, dig in. Let's get going. It's 102.7 KORD.
Starting your day the right way with the Cord Morning Show. #1 for New Country. 102.7 KORD.
We're coming to the Gorge. So excited about that. Tickets on sale right now. And, of course, have the KORD mobile app. Download it because later on, give you a chance to win some Luke Combs tickets. Going to be great. Super excited about that. 624, 66 degrees. You got Rick. You got Patty. Happy Tuesday. Jumping right into Facebook fun. I threw this up last night. What's one thing every junk drawer must have in order to be a proper junk drawer?
Well, you got to have I don't know, it's a corkscrew to open up a bottle of wine.
All right. I'm going to go with scissors because you can never seem to find a good pair of scissors.
I see that.
I like what Neil said. Pins that don't write. Yep, absolutely. How many times have you? And then you don't throw the pin away. You throw it back in the drawer. When you find out it doesn't work, you just throw it back in the drawer.
Throw it right back in.
I know.
We have a bunch of the dry erase pens for the dry erase board.
And they always dry out.
We got a bunch of those in there.
Monica says dead batteries. Yeah, exactly. Linda says pins that don't write. Tape measure, empty candy wrappers. Random napkins, Amber says, dead batteries. Everybody's got dead batteries.
Yeah, you know what else is in mine is I have a plastic bag full of cords, like for the, to plug your phone in.
Yeah.
And then also for, believe it or not, I have, what do you call them? The little music thing. Oh, man. Not just, I don't even know what it's called.
Well, if you know, let us know. Call us.
I can't remember what it's called because it's so obsolete anymore. The music now I have on my phone, but I have cords for.
Oh my gosh, really?
I can't remember what it's called.
Carissa says coffee maker instructions. Do you guys have
instructions for things that you don't even have anymore?
Right. Yep.
Absolutely.
Eric says tape measure. Angela says needle, thread, buttons.
My iPod. My iPod. I've got my iPod cord in there.
Oh yeah. No one uses an iPod.
No, not anymore.
A couple screwdrivers. Deborah says thermometer, charging cords. You said Nikki said
charging cords. Yeah. Absolutely.
So it's a junk drawer. Yeah, exactly. The one thing every junk drawer must have in order to be a proper junk drawer. You guys are hilarious. #1. Dead batteries. Everybody's got dead batteries. And then I like the fact...
they're just random.
And the pins that don't work.
Right.
Yeah, and then again, you never throw them out. They're just sitting in there. So anyway, a lot of fun on this one, guys. Already a ton of comments. What do you guys think? What's one thing every junk drawer must have in order to be a proper junk drawer? That is our Facebook fun. You got Rick and Patty.
Starting your day the right way with the Cord Morning Show. #1 for New Country. 102.7 KORD.
Girls, 638, #1 for New Country, 102.7 KORD. You got Rick, you got Patty. Diving right into the Nashville news.
All right, Post Malone is making his country music debut in Music City. He is partnering with Bud Light to offer fans 21 and old a taste of his highly anticipated country album, F1 Trillion. Tonight's event is called A Night in Nashville. And just so you know, Post album is dropping on August 16th. Can't wait for that. Meanwhile, Morgan Wallen also announcing a show in his hometown of Knoxville, Tennessee. He'll be performing on September 22nd. It's a surprise performance, part of Wallen's One Night at a Time tour. He will be joined by Hardy as well as Ernest. Tickets go on sale this Wednesday. And also, man, I can't wait for this. Due to overwhelming demand, the Eagles are expanding their newly announced Las Vegas residency. The legendary rock band will be performing at the Sphere, a state-of-the-art venue, starting in the fall. On Monday, they announced another 4 shows through January. Just 4. Tickets go on sale July 26th. All right, Rick, here we get to it. Ingrid Andress getting a lot of flack for her performance of the national anthem last night in Arlington, Texas.
Yes, here's a little sample of what happened last night.
The bombs bursting air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there.
So
Okay,
I don't know what happened last night. Ingrid Andress, of course, is Grammy-nominated songwriter. We've played songs from Ingrid before that are fantastic. Again, we're not bullies. We're just.
She started trending quickly
Yes.
on social media. Lots of people calling it the worst national anthem performance in American history. Folks even said it was worse than Roseanne Barr's infamous 1990 singing
Remember
of the
that
Star-Spangled Banner at the San Diego Padres game. I think people are too harsh.
Again, we don't bully people, and again, we don't know what's in her monitor. We don't know what she was hearing. The list goes on and on. I'm in the group that says, why don't we just play the Whitney Houston one forever? You know what I'm saying? Because Whitney is the gold standard of that situation.
Not everybody could. Listen, everybody has a style, and she just had an off night.
Well,
people are cruel.
People, yes, absolutely. We're not going to pick on her, but we know it's going viral. We know people are talking about it today.
You know who's worse? Me.
Oh,
I couldn't do it.
Oh, there's a reason why we do radio. I can't sing a lick.
No, nor can I.
I can't, And it would be horrific if I ever had to sing anything. I don't have it. I don't have it, man. I don't have it. So Ingrid, we wish you the best today. It's going to be a rough one.
It is going to be. Come on.
That we will say. Yeah, I'm already looking at 356 comments. And yeah, there's some funny ones, I admit, but you still got to feel for them.
Turn the page, people. She did better than you could ever do.
That's better than I could do. There you go. That's what's trending in
There's
Nashville.
your trending headlines.
The Cord Morning Show with Rick and Patty. Back with more next on number 1 for New Country, 102.7 KORD.
Theater Sam Hunt, Body Like a Back Road, number 1 for New Country, 102.7 KORD at 6:52. You got Rick, you got Patty. Always great to be with you. On the way, other people's problems. Got quite the situation going on with the stepdaughter, stepmother, and the dad. So we'll talk about that coming up in a little bit.
It's juicy.
I can relate to this situation that's coming up in my own life.
You can.
So we'll talk about that
Okay.
coming up. Anywhere, everywhere, right now on the KORD mobile app. I was enjoying your article. When I lived in Seattle.
Which one are you talking
So
about?
when I lived in Seattle and they had the HOV lanes, right? I honestly thought about putting a dummy in my car in my commute, right?
Why do people do that? Why do people do that?
I always wondered, what were the odds that you're going to get caught? Well, nowadays, we get so many stories. You guys do so many stories about people getting caught. And Cousin It has got to be one of the best ones I've read. What happened in this situation?
Well, so we don't know if she's, if she's a student at like a cosmetology school or barber school or whatever.
I was trying to figure out. Yeah, okay.
There's a mannequin head that has a lot of hair.
Yeah.
And it's positioned as such in the back seat so that, the hair could dry.
Right.
At least that's what the driver told the
officer?
the Washington State Trooper.
That's so funny, though.
State Patrol Trooper. So, yes.
Well, she's on top of the cooler. She's on top of the cooler because she's only the head.
Yes.
So
yes, but the driver was going 80 in a 60 zone.
Yeah. So really, she got probably technically pulled over more for the speeding. But then he looked in the back and goes, "What's this back
and
here?"
then you know what? That's an extra $200 fine.
Yeah. Did she get the fine for the dummy in there?
I would assume so.
Yeah.
I would assume so,
Because-
since that's, the trooper posted it on X.
I will say most people trying to cheat usually put the dummy in the front seat.
I know.
With the ball cap and the sunglasses, and the
Yeah.
cop was like, okay, this is obvious. I give her credit for at least putting the passenger in the back seat.
Yeah.
Because then they're probably like, oh, okay, you're not trying to, buck the system there.
Somebody actually made a comment on one where it showed up,
Yeah.
and said that like 10 people in a day she saw doing that same thing. Is it really that bad?
It
I
must
don't
be.
know.
I always wondered when I lived there. I was like, I wonder.
Have
if
you ever seen anybody?
I
do that?
haven't. I've seen all the stories that everybody does, but I've never seen it in action. I've never seen somebody go zipping by me in the lane. Yeah.
And where do you have to go that you're in that big of a hurry, or are you just late to your appointment?
You need to live on the west side, man. Yeah, they're flying. They're flying absolutely on the west side down the HOV lanes. Absolutely. So great story. You gotta look at the
Thanks,
photo.
Rick.
The photo, cousin. It sells it. Go take a look right now. It's on the station mobile app.
You're listening to Rick and Patty in the morning on number one for New Country, 1027 KORD.
10, number one for New Country. It's 1027 KORD. Your morning commute. You got Rick, you got Patty. Always great to be with you. Man, tough situation going on and other people's problems. What's going on with Marty here?
Poor Marty. Rick and Patty, my second wife and I are divorcing. My 17-year-old daughter wants to remain friends with her stepmom. I'm forbidding it at the moment. It would be different if it was her real mother, but it's not. My daughter is now mad at me, and as long as she lives under my roof, she's under my rules and has to do what I say. She says I'm being cruel and should allow them to continue their relationship. I'm starting to feel a little guilty about my decision, but no, I need to stick to my guns. In a situation like this, should children be allowed to continue to talk to their stepmom or stepfather once a divorce is finalized? I don't want my second wife poisoning my daughter's mind and turning her against me. Marty in Kennewick.
Oh, man, it's a tough situation to be. And having been a former foster kid, and then I was adopted out at 12. And we ended up with my foster parents. With my adopted parents. I was 12, and I know Mrs. Wallace. If the only thing she ever wanted me to tell her was call her mom, and guess what? I never did. I never called her mom.
Yeah.
She's not mom. You know what I'm saying?
No.
My foster mom, Pearl, is mom. My real mom, my biological mom, I call mom. Or called mom, right? But because I feel like if I'm going to call somebody mom or dad, even as a child, it has to be earned to some extent. No matter what the relation, no matter blood, not blood, in my mind. So obviously she has a fantastic relationship with her stepmother. And the worst thing you could do is say, I forbid you from having that person be a part of their life.
Well,
if that
and
makes
you're
sense.
her father.
You are her father.
And I don't know. I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Why are you afraid that the
Right.
ex is going to poison her?
Well, yeah, I mean, it's a little paranoia going on.
I think so.
And I
think
understand
so.
divorce is ugly, And I remember when my first
But what
wife.
are you afraid of, Dad?
Well, I remember when
Marty.
my first wife and I got divorced. I remember a friend of mine said, "I don't care what you two do, in terms of divorce, but you better take care of your kid."
That's
you
right.
know? And
I
we
agree.
did. We took care of Logan. Logan. Yeah, we took care of that. But I understand. It's hard. I understand what you're saying, Marty. But I remember that I had that fear when my first wife, because my son was young, he was 12, and I had that fear. Oh my gosh, this new guy is going to come into his life, and
poison you and poison him against you.
He tried. Well, he tried.
Yes,
He tried.
say bad things about
But,
you. And,
but I got a call from my ex-wife, and she says, "You need to talk to your son." And I went, "What are you talking about?" And she goes, "Logan spit in his face." And then right then, I didn't giggle. I wanted to. And then I realized you're not going to take my place as dad. Does that make sense? But every dad, every father listening who's gone through divorce has had these feelings. It's not, I'm just being as real as I can be about that. And again, I remember when, it's like, yeah, you need to talk to your son.
it's got to be tough.
It is tough. It is tough. And you got to figure out how to handle this. This situation here is, I don't think you can.
I don't think you can forbid.
No.
I mean,
Well, she's
because
17, number one.
Yes, and she's going to go around you. There are other ways.
she will.
Right, to figure.
Yeah, she will literally. Yeah, exact. She will literally go around you to see this person, if that makes sense. So it's one of those things where you can't force something like that. She's
No.
17. She's almost an adult. And again, I think you take the high road, Marty. You've got to take the high road in this situation. No matter what goes on between you and the stepmom, it's like this cannot affect the daughter. It can't. It just can't. You got to be the better person. Suck it up. It sucks, but you got to suck it up, man. What do you think, Patty?
Well, because the daughter has already formed a relationship.
Yep.
Well, I mean,
Yep.
I wonder what he's fearful of.
I know, but you have no right to take that away from your daughter.
No.
You don't. And trust me, it'll cause way more damage. So what do you guys think? Let us know. 547-KORD. App chat us what you would do in this situation. We want to know. It's Rick and Patty's Other People's Problems, KORD.
We love to hear from you, and it's easier than ever to reach out. Just open up the Cord mobile app and send us an app chat message, or you can contact us the old-fashioned way at 509-547-KORD. Number one for New Country, 1027 KORD.
Morning. I just want you to know because we did a story a couple days ago about Ernest taking some time away, and
now he's going to go on tour with Morgan Wallen.
I messed up. I don't know. I'm confused. Ernest, give us a call. Let us know what's going on because I thought he was going to take like 6 months off.
I heard some time off because he wanted to focus on family. He wanted to focus on the lady and his son.
Right, exactly.
I think that's what I heard.
So, Morgan, Ernest, and Hardy, you said, was, I believe, going out on the road. To me, it's funny, as I always get, I know who they are, but I get Ernest and Hardy mixed up a little bit because they can be very similar, But it's Ernest that said he was going to take some time off. I just wanted to clarify, make sure I was correct on that. So there you go.
Yeah.
Anyway, he's heading out on the road.
It wasn't Hardy.
Ernest. He's heading out on the road with Morgan Wallen. There you go. 725. So Other People's Problems, we're talking about Marty's situation where sadly getting a divorce with the stepmom, and then he basically told his 17-year-old daughter, no, you're not going to have any.
You're not going to keep in touch with her.
You're not going to have any relationship with her, and basically it's my house, my way or the highway. But taking your calls, 547-KORD, and Kim, what would you do in this situation?
I just think at 17, he needs to trust that he's done the best he can to raise her to be smart and have a good understanding of their relationship. And you can't have too many people in your life that love you. And if she has such a great relationship with her stepmom, he's got to swallow it and support it.
Absolutely. I mean, life is hard enough without not having love. You need love in your life. And again, it sounds like the stepmom's great, loves the daughter loves her. Why would you go in there and break that up just because you're mad about a divorce? Honestly, truthfully.
Well, Marty said, I think Marty's afraid about something because
I don't know what the situation is. I mean, I get it. No one likes another parent talking bad about another parent. I had that in my divorce where the stepdad talked bad behind my back to my son. And my son was very defiant. Like, no, that's not, you don't talk about my dad like that. So I know every situation, every family is different. But
this is the stepmom.
But again, to be a parent is not always blood. I've talked about this. No. I got adopted out, and they wanted me to call them mom and dad. I was 12, 13 years old. I'm like, but you're not. For me, my foster parents were my mom and dad. So to me, they always have mom and dad, and I never called my adopted parents. And I never called them mom and dad. Just never did. And it hurt. I know it hurt them, but I was 12. I was 13. It was already defined for me, if that made sense. So, and I know that, but they took you in, they adopted you. Well, not, again, every family is not what you think it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
they're
like, more to your
they're like, she took, some unwanted child. And I wasn't unwanted. My foster parents wanted me. Yeah, I mean, it's a long story, but again, it's like you can't just force relationships, if that made sense. More of your calls on the way about it, 547-KORD. You got Rick and Patty.
You're waking up with the Cord Morning Show. Number one for New Country. 1027 KORD.
37, you got Rick, you got Patty. Well, if you didn't know it, today and over the next couple days, Amazon Prime Day is going on.
I'm fully aware.
Yeah, were you in there doing a little poking around and looking at what's on sale? Any deals?
I have not checked out what's on sale yet today.
I've got the Amazon open. I was kind of perusing some different things. You know, but the funny thing on Prime Day, I don't need anything in particular. Yeah. But I'm still trying to see. I mean, there's a fan on sale. There's a bunch. I'm
opening up the app right now. Yeah, there it is. Prime Day. Shop now.
Look at that paper shredder. And normally $42 is $27. Just looking at all these different deals you can get. There's just a ton of stuff. There's some batteries, though. We need those. 20-pack of alkaline batteries for $805. So Prime Day is going on next couple days. Have you ever made a secret purchase that Jeff never knew about?
Pretty much everything I order on Amazon.
Is a
But
secret.
yeah, but then, when he needs a phone cord, there I am.
You got
Here
it.
you
right?
go, honey.
Right. All right. Did you ever make I guess the question is, did you ever
You
make
made a big secret purchase?
an
No.
extreme one? Yeah.
No.
I don't. Yeah. My wife and I keep our money separate, and if I made a big purchase, I would always let her know. But she could care. I mean, again, she could care less. I know she keeps stuff for me. There is no doubt that my wife, because it's separate. So I know she. Yeah.
Anything I purchase, Jeff wants to know how much did you pay for that? It's never you mind.
Oh yeah, I don't
Just,
ask those
you know what,
questions.
don't-
It's
I
her
mean-
money. I don't ask my wife what. But I know my wife. Every couple of days is going to the mall. I don't know what she's buying. I just know my wife's going to the mall every couple of days. So, and she's one of those
There's
people.
nothing wrong with
No,
that.
nothing wrong with that. But I guess I'm just different. She'll bring clothes home and go, oh, I didn't really like how that looks. I'm going to take that back today. I mean, she's that kind of shopper.
Yeah, same here. If it doesn't fit right, it's going back.
Yeah, see, to me, if
It
it
just
doesn't-
is.
If it doesn't fit right, it just stays in the closet. I never touch it again. I know. That's just the difference. That's just the difference. But
Somehow I feel Megan is a savvy shopper. And if it doesn't have a place, it's going back.
right, absolutely. She is very savvy about it. Me, it just stays in the closet. It
Well.
doesn't fit. And I'm like, and then years later, we give it to Goodwill after she purges.
Yes,
after she
it's
purges
time to go.
Yeah.
Listen, if you're not going to wear it, why do you have it?
See, you sound like
fills up
Megan.
the closet.
You sound like Megan. So we're gonna have some fun with you, or maybe not some fun. 547 KORD, extreme secret purchase that you made. How did you hide it? We had a former coworker that apparently was an Amazon shopaholic, and so she got ready to move, and she did a GoFundMe because she couldn't afford to move. Well, she did this shot of her house or her apartment.
It's mortified.
Wall to wall Amazon.
Stuff.
No, like
Stuff.
Funko Pops. I mean, the list went on of just
I remember
stuff.
seeing that. Yeah.
Just stuff. You're like, holy hoarders, Batman. Literally from the roof to the bottom, it was all Amazon boxes, and it was all and it was weird knick-knack stuff. It was
and a bunch of Star Wars stuff.
yeah.
I remember that.
It was. Funko Pop. I mean, the Beanie Babies, you name it. It was like, what are you doing? Anyway, we'll take.
I know. I don't
Yeah.
understand why they didn't sell it all.
I know. I would have. Yeah. Sorry. We'll go fund
At a
you.
yard sale.
Yeah. It's go fund you. Let's go get this stuff out to the yard. Exactly. So 547 KORD, secret purchases that you've done. Take your calls on the way. You got Rick and Patty.
Starting your day the right way with the Cord Morning Show. Number 1 for New Country. 1027 KORD.
Music Fest. It was so cool, so much fun, and a big thank you to the organizers who put it all together. That do it every single year for
It's
us.
pretty amazing what they do.
It really is amazing, right there in the heart of Pendleton. And again, a shout out to all those organizers, the volunteers, everybody who makes it, sponsors, everybody.
Man, it was a hot year.
Yep,
I
absolutely.
mean, a hot day.
Well, and expect that today. We're in a heat advisory, and they're saying about 110 by Sunday. One of the days is going to be another hot one. But again, like we always joke, it is summertime in the Tri-Cities.
Well, I think there's some relief headed our way next week.
Yeah, looking forward to that. But this week, going to still be in the triple digits
Yep.
for you. So today is Amazon Prime Day, and of course, secret purchases you've been making. 547 KORD. What secret purchase did you make?
So I ended up having to tell my husband because he saw the boxes come in. I just didn't tell him when I bought them. So I ended up getting a total of 3 automatic cat litter boxes because we have several cats, and I don't like keeping up on the litter boxes and whatnot. And he wasn't mad, but he wasn't exactly happy.
I'd be happy with that kind of purchase, right? Wouldn't you be if Jeff showed
3
up with
litter boxes?
an automatic one, an automatic, yeah, 3 of those automatic ones.
Sure.
Would you be happy with that? Out of nowhere, if somebody,
Sure.
Jeff, like you always say, Jeff's too cheap. He would not.
I don't know.
Who wouldn't want a self-cleaning litter box?
I guess.
Absolutely, absolutely. I've got dogs, so I'm out in the yard, in our backyard, on the weekends. That's
Yeah.
one of my weekly duties.
Oh.
Out there scooping it up before I mow the lawn. And again, I wish there was an automatic, a Roomba.
Scooper?
Where's the
That
poop?
just-
Where's the poop Roomba? Where's that out? Put that baby out in the yard and let it go pick up poop. I'm sure someone's created something. Why do I think someone's created something like that? Now you got me going to want to search on Amazon for the poop.
The poop Roomba?
Taking more of your calls on the way. 547 KORD. Secret purchases you've made behind your spouse's back. More of your calls on the way. You got Rick and Patty.
Starting your day the right way with the Cord Morning Show, #1 for New Country, 1027 KORD.
Country at 1027 KORD. You got Rick, you got Patty. Always great to be with you. Happy Tuesday. Love when we get special guests. And we got her this morning. We got Lisa from New America.
Hi there, Lisa.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. What a gorgeous day right now. Going to be triple digits. I think it's a perfect time for a free swim. How about that?
How about it?
Oh, I think so too. And this Friday, we have our Free Swim Fridays continuing, and we're so excited.
I love what you guys do. New America is so involved in the community. We appreciate you guys for what you do. So if you are new to the program and don't know what Free Swim Fridays are, what's going on with New America and Free Swim Fridays?
So we've partnered with the city of Pasco, and we are doing free swim sessions from 4 to 5:45. It's about 2 hours, and it's happening all summer long. So this Friday is a Free Swim Friday that you can go with your family completely free. You don't have to sign up beforehand, and it's just an awesome day at the pool.
And we got 4 more chances to swim, right?
Yes, 4 more chances the rest of July, and then we've got August 9th and 16th as well.
I love this. And tell us why New America is doing this. Is it for Cares for Kids? Why are you guys doing
What's
these
this all about?
Yeah, what's it all about?
Exactly. Our initiative is New America Cares for Kids, and that means that we get to partner with awesome organizations that uplift families and children. And this time it's City of Pasco. So the summertime it's just nonstop fun, and it can be expensive. And this is a way that we can give back to the community and lighten that financial burden for adults that are entertaining the children all summer.
I know. One of my favorite memories, of course, in my hometown of Clarkston, Washington, was we had the pool. We had the community
Right.
pool,
Yes.
and that's where we went. And again, it was a great memories and a lot of fun. And I love the fact you're doing this for free, which is nice for families that, like you said, can't normally get to do something fun like that. So
Exactly.
And now this is also going on with Wenatchee, Spokane as well. If they want the locations, how do they get all that information there, Lisa?
At our website, numericacu.com. It's across anywhere there's a Numerica, there's a Free Swim Friday program. So Memorial Aquatic Park is our local free swim location, and that pool is so cool. There's even a splash pad and some slides.
I love it, man. This is going to be awesome. Tri-Cities Free Swim Fridays coming up July 19th, 26th, August 9th, and 16th, 4 to 5:45 p.m. on Fridays. And anybody, you said, can
I
swim.
love it.
Can swim, right? That's going to be awesome.
Yes.
All right.
Anyone.
I love it. Lisa from New America talking about Tri-Cities Free Swim Fridays. Lisa, as always, we appreciate you calling in and telling us all about it. We'll get you next time, okay?
Thank you, guys. Have a great day.
You too, Lisa. There you go. So very excited. Mark it on your calendar. Tri-Cities Free Swim Fridays happening this week right there, 4 to 5:45 right there in Pasco Memorial Aquatic Park. Love it. And, of course, get more details for yourself right there on their Facebook page.
The Cord Morning Show with Rick and Patty. Back with more next on #1 for New Country, 1027 KORD.
#1 for New Country. It's 1027 KORD. Got Rick, you got Patty. Good morning. 822. Whole lot of sunshine for you right now. 75 near triple digits again for the rest of the week. Triple digits. And even by the weekend, I believe 108. They're going to, heat advisory in effect.
Wow.
Yeah, so be aware. I know, be aware of it. But hey, you know what? It's summertime in the Tri-Cities. It's funny. It's like it happens every year, guys. It happens every
I'm
year.
looking forward to the Free Swim Friday.
I know. Same here with New America. And again, as I tell people, we live in a desert. What do you expect? It's gonna be hot.
I know.
All right, so Marty's got a situation going on and other people's problems. We'll tie this one off. What is going on with Marty?
He says, my second wife and I are divorcing. My 17-year-old daughter wants to remain friends with her stepmother. I am forbidding it at the moment. It would be different if it was her real mom, but it's not. My daughter is now mad at me, and as long as she lives under my roof, she's under my rules and has to do what I say. She says I'm being cruel and should allow them to continue their relationship. I'm starting to feel a little guilty about my decision, but no, I need to stick to my guns. In a situation like this, should children be allowed to continue to talk to their stepmother or father once a divorce is finalized? I don't want my second wife poisoning my daughter's mind and turning her against me. Marty in Kennewick.
You think there's probably more to this than just a divorce. You think something else
I
is
wonder
going
what Marty is afraid of. I mean, why are you afraid that the
Yeah,
that your ex is going to poison your daughter.
Did you do something that you're not proud of and that you don't want your daughter to find out? So a lot of comments on Facebook. People are chiming in. What are people saying about this situation?
Is the stepmom an actual danger to your daughter? How long has she been in her life? The statement, "I don't want her poisoning my daughter," sounds a little bitter. So I'm curious why y'all are divorcing and if that has any impact on your decision to forbid her. But being 17, she probably doesn't have long until she's 18. So it's really is it worth it to cause such a rift? That's from Alicia.
Cindy says it's one thing if she's 5, but she's 17 and the woman was good enough to share a bed for how many years? I think you're being petty. I would ask that is the most, please be aware of my feelings and situation as we're in the process of a divorce. But after everything is finalized, I'm fine with the situation. That's what she's saying, that they should keep the relationship going.
Amy says if they got close to each other, there should be nothing stopping them from remaining in contact. Just because the adults didn't make things work, you are a POS. You know what that means for trying to forbid your child from speaking to someone she got close to. Don't bring people in your life if you can just rip them out of your child's life. That's from Amy.
Did you talk about Michelle? Just because you messed up her life twice with 2 divorces doesn't mean you can pick her relationship. She's 17, not 7. You need to grow up. At least it's clear why you're divorced. And that's from Michelle.
Samantha says, don't. She'll hate you for keeping her from her. How long were you guys together? If longer than a year, your daughter formed a bond with her, and you can't take that away. It's not your daughter's fault that you brought a woman into your household that's not her mother, and now you're complaining because she actually liked her? Interesting.
Brandy says, I raised my stepdaughter for 6 years, and when I divorced her dad, he kept her away from me. I miss her every day. Please don't do this to your daughter and ex. And this is from Brandy.
Check out Derek. You and the ex got a divorce, not the almost adult and the ex. Grow up and stop trying to control others' lives because you're unhappy.
Yeah, boy, these are all they got to keep the relationship.
Right?
You know?
I mean, look at them.
Yeah. There's just a ton of them.
There's so many.
Yeah. I just know when I went through my divorce with my first wife, and we had a good family friend who said, I don't care what you two do, but you need to take care of your boy. And so we made sure we did our best to make sure Logan, was insulated from all what could be the nastiness of the divorce. And I just think she's 17. She's 17. Really? I mean, she can do what she wants when she's 18.
I'll just go to Eric. Holy cow, you've gone off the deep end in dictating who and how she can feel and love. Your issues are not hers. And if you persist in this, you're going to lose your daughter if you have not already lost her respect.
Yeah, you got Kevin, you should feel guilty. Michelle, you're toxic. Barbie, get off your high horse and stop being a beep. But
we don't know. We don't know this. We don't know really the stepmother. But your daughter is 17,
right,
and she's old enough to, figure it out.
I always feel people's motivations are so strange. Again, when I talk about being adopted out at 12, all my adopted mother wanted ever for us kids to do was call her mom. Well, we were 12, 13. We already knew who our parents.
Yes, you've already chosen.
So you can't just arbitrarily.
Call me mom.
Yeah, exactly. You just can't arbitrarily. You just can't force a relationship.
No.
Relationships. I've always said this. Relationships are earned.
Mm-hmm.
Titles.
Agreed.
If there are people that are listening, I know, that had stepdads that were more of a dad than their real dad. You know what I'm saying? And when they call their real dad Jim and their stepdad Dad, there's a reason. Because they, you know what I'm saying? They earned it.
I do.
They earned it. So, Marty, we did our best to solve it. 99.9%.
A lot of us want to know what you're afraid of, Marty.
Yeah, what's going on there? Mm-hmm. And 2 divorces. And I guess the question, what'd you do? What'd you do? We want to know. Chime in. Let us know. 547-KORD. It's other people's problems. You got Rick and Patty.
You're listening to Rick and Patty in the morning on number 1 for New Country, 102.7 KORD.